Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a trading card game. With so many decks to choose from, players have lots of choices, from structure decks to constructing your own decks. Players try to take their deck to the top. With so many options, how do you decide? In this series, I'll be taking 3 Albaz Strike structure decks and upgrading the deck every week with $20, with buying sealed products as well as individual cards to try to make the most competitive deck out there. Taking the top the competitors to show everyone out there that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is able to be played on a budget and you can go at your own pace. Throughout the series, we'll be covering a bunch of different variations of the deck to help us get to the top. Stay tuned, because this is Branded Budget. So for this week's budget, we spent $17. We got 2 Edgem chains as well as two token collectors. So we did save $5 here, so we're gonna have $5 to move on to next week, and we'll see when the cards come in. So now that the cards came in, we're gonna go over a deck profile. So not much has changed this week, but we'll have to go over it anyways. So we're still playing the 3 Albaz. If I ever don't play 3, there's a problem. We are playing the 2 Mercurier. I want to see this card. They never expected it. It also protects Rebellion from stuff like Valor. Can't really complain. Also stops a Griffin, stuff like that if you have your Mirror Jade on the field, so we can't complain at all. We're playing the kit. This card should be out. It's coming out really soon, but for now we're playing it. It's also an extender. It helps us with some of the stuff. If we have it as well as the Eluber in hand, normally we'll be able to get for Branded Red without our banish, so we do like that. That's it for Albaz and Friends, not playing Albion. We are then playing the 3 Eluber. We're playing Despia Branded, so we have to play the Despia cards. Also, this card's not super cheap, so pick them up now. Playing the 2 Tragedies. Card's great, sending for yet plus. We love that. The Dramaturge as well as Ad Libitum. Ad Libitum's crazy. Nothing at all we can say about that. Ad Lib is actually super insane. Being able to summon back any of your Despia or even your fusion monsters are just cracked. I never thought about, being able to summon back Winda. I don't think you can. It has to be an 8 or higher. Someone asked me, why don't you summon back Winda with this? You can't. And then for the spells and traps, we're playing the 3 Branded Fusions. Standard, 2 Branded in red. Absolutely standard. Nothing to say about that. We all know what these cards do. Now for the Shadal package, which we love. Definitely the MVP of the deck. We are playing the 2 Wendy. She's not the MVP, but the Shadals are. I'd say the MVP of the deck is definitely Shadal Beast. Most people don't know that this card actually has 3 effects. So, Spellcaster, Flip, Effect. Flip, you can draw 2 cards and discard 1 card. If this card's into the graveyard by a card effect, you can either draw 1 card or search Schism. You can only use 1 Shadal Beast effects per turn and only once that turn. Yeah, card's cracked. We play the Hedgehog, the Dragon, as well as Squamata. We haven't used Dragon yet to pop, but we have used it to flip. So, we'll take that. Then for the Shadal spells and traps, we are playing the 3 Shadal Fusion, as well as the 1 Schism. We thought, just for memes, to bump this up to 2. Wanted to be able to see it more, but then we realized we've unlocked Beast's full potential, so we're playing only 1. It's not really great to play at 2 anyways. And then now for our last monster, we are playing the Snow. Then for the hand traps, we are playing the Gammas, as well as the Driver, the 3 Skullmeisters, and the 3 Valors. I like to talk a lot about the Gammas here. So Gamma and Driver are most likely going to be replaced by Ogres in the next following weeks. We're not wanting to play we're not wanting to go second anymore, so we really don't want to don't really want the need to do it. It does go great when we do play Branded Fusion, they Ash, then we're able to go Gamma. But other than that, it's not really great. It also doesn't serve any purpose until we get Mirror Jade. So once we get Mirror Jade, we might reconsider. But for now, I really think that card's going to get out of the deck. And Ogre is just like a 1-for-1. So we'll take that. As well as Punk Therion becoming so much better. It hurts Flanders a lot more. So we'll see what we're going to do. And for our last cards, we are playing Call by the Grave. Probably the best card in the game. And now for our extra deck. Not much has changed. We're still playing the 2 Mirror Jade, the 2 Lebellion. This card comes up a lot more because of the fact that we are playing Shaddolls, the 2 Albion, and the 1 Glory Dragon. I've always thought of cutting this down to 1 and pumping this up to 3, but now that I'm playing the Shaddolls, like not permanently, but for a while, I would say this card is better at 2 and 2, just because of the fact that you do want to be able to use it if it's at stop the first time. So then we're playing the 1 Queritus for our Despia monsters. For the Shaddolls, we are playing the 2 Construct, the 2 Winda, as well as the Apkalone. Not much you can say. Construct isn't even that good. It's great, but not amazing. You can send Aerial, which is really good versus like the 3-axis, as well as like a lot of the base decks, so we won't complain about that. And then Guardian Chimera, as well as Juxtapelia. This card is most likely going to get cut. It's probably the worst extra deck spot we have other than the Construct. We could bump Construct to 1, but for now that's what we're going to play. Once we get like maybe like Masquerade, or if we change builds, like when Legendary Duelist 3 comes out, we might change to a Protoplant build. So we'll look at that going forward, but for now, this card doesn't serve as much purpose as I wish it did. Now for the side deck, we're playing the 3 Dark Ruler No Mores, going second. Playing the 2 Twin Twisters. We need back row hate. We are playing the 1 Super Poly. We cut this because we don't have as much use for it right now. And for the card we put in, we put in a lot better cards, so we can't say much. We're playing the Zombie World as well as the Necroworld Banshee. Gotta play it. As well as the Aerial. And then we are playing our Super Poly replacements, the 3 Token Collectors. We play Sword Soul almost every single week, so we really want that edge. So we play 3 Token Collectors. Nothing we can really say about that. Card's cracked. And then for our going first option, we are playing there can only be 1. What's great is that if we're playing Sword Soul, which is our most prominent matchup, we have, if we're going second, we have 6 cards to side in. If we're going first, we have these 6 cards to side in, as well as like if we're going second, we can play the 2 Twin Twisters as well. So that like leaves us like 8 cards to side in. Super Poly is not great against that. But yeah, it definitely comes up. It's also good against like some of the base decks or the Hulk decks, because they do make the token pretty much every single time with either shooting riser or just getting it out. And if you do stop that body, it's pretty bad for them. Like they have to either start off with like Red Rose or something else like that to get into their adventure package, and they're not able to summon their tokens, which means they're not able to extend it with Temple or the Griffin. So it's definitely like worth thinking about. And then for the cards we took out, so I guess we didn't take out the Edge Imp Chain, the Patchworks, and the Polymerizations, but we're not playing them just yet. We're slowly picking up this package, as you guys can see throughout the weeks, just because we're waiting for Masquerade. Once we play Masquerade, we'll be able to like push this up. We might end up playing more of Shaddol stuff too, because this can make Winda super easily. But yeah, this build's just not great yet, but we're thinking about it very soon. We did take out the 2 Super Polys for the 2 Token Collectors. We're going to keep these personally for ourselves. We're not going to trade them. They're not going to go in the binder because we are going to use them eventually. It's part of our full build that I have planned. It's also a great card. But yeah, we'd rather have the Token Collectors because it's just so good against Sword Soul. We'll see you in the games. So here we're just opening up our OTS pack. We're starting with OTS 19, so I guess our Token Collector Dream is gone. Here we're going to open it up. We do not see a Glare, so we get a Swamp Battle Trash, and we see a DDD King Oracle Trash, but it's okay. Why is this even in here? Here we're trading our Fusion Destiny away for a Masquerade and a Nibiru here. Only one, so we're gonna have to go for 2 more, but yeah, that's a plus for us. Masquerade burn.
So here we're just getting into the matches. We are playing against Royal of Flandreese, probably the worst matchup we have actually going on the channel. He's going to start off by activating the D-Shifter, but we have the Call by the Grave to respond here. We're going to normal summon the Alubri here, getting the Branded Fusion. Activate Branded Fusion, which is a great start, but he does have Ash, so we're not able to play anything. He does have Duality on his turn, which we pass, and so he grabs the Advent. We see Dreaming Town and M-Pen. He activates Advent, which means his hand's not very great. Getting out the Rubina, and then he normal summons Rubina here. Getting the Eaglin, getting also M-Pen. Tribute summoning for M-Pen here. Here Rubina will activate. They'll also get the Dreaming Town. And then he attacks directly for damage, sets the Book of Moon as well as the Dreaming Town and one other card in hand, so I know that Rubina is in hand, and that's it. Here he forgot to put down the extra that he gets. I normal summon the second Luber. He activates Dreaming Town here. Then normal summoning the Rubina, and things resolve. I'll get Fusion. So then get the search for Eaglin. Well, Eaglin effect will add back. I'll be here chaining the Branded in red. Adding back the Aluber here, going all three, which is Aluber as well as Dramaturge and another monster. I don't know which one it is. For Chimera, I believe it's Squamata. Yeah, it's Squamata there. So here we're gonna have some spells that activate. We're going to activate Chimera Chainlink 1, Dramaturge Chainlink 2. He's going to activate Eaglin as Chainlink 3, getting out the M-Pen, or taking off. We're only going to get a pop 1 here, so it's not very good. We're going to draw 2 first. Then we're going to pop the one that he just summoned. And then the Dreaming Town is going to activate, flipping everything face down as well. He's going to get the winds off of both winds off of the M-Pen, adding it as well as something. And then we just realized, the game's over. There's nothing we can do here. We're going to pass. That was completely unwinnable. I do not know what I was thinking here. We were just talking about the Chimera. Here we're going to start sliding, kind of unfortunate. We're not able to do really much versus Flanders, but hopefully that the Ogres will do something. Being able to hit the field spell is huge. Also being able to hit like Eaglin or even the M-Pen is really big. But yeah, we'll see what happens. M-Pen being a floodgate is really difficult for us. It's like negating the monster, all of our fusion 7 monsters in attack position are kind of bad. But there's nothing we can do. If we could get rid of it, or if M-Pen did not have that, negate while it was face-up attack position monsters, we'd be able to do a little bit more, but we're just unfortunate about that. So here we see him going into game 2. We're going to decide to go first. He has the shifter as well, so we'll have to just accept that, and then he has the Fusion, and he has Ash as well, so we figured that we're going to play this out because there's no point in just scooping. He could screw up, but at this point, he reveals 6 cards, not so great, but he has Winds, Map, Eaglin, Ash, Dark Ruler, so he adds the Map here. We just have a immediately set card. He also sets a card, so he's not really doing the position, which is why you don't immediately get scoop. We're going to have Branded Fusion here, able to sending the Beast as well as the Albaz, and here we're going to go discard off Lubellion with the Necro Banshee, which we had. Get with the Mirror Jade here. We're going to flip our dragon to target the Book of Moon. It's going to get Book of Moon is going to activate to target the Mirror Jade to set it. and then we're able to normal summon Wendy, just trying to apply some damage here. You know, Flanders it's kind of difficult for them to clear a board, so we just want to have those normal summons. And then we get out the Zombie World from Necro Banshee here. Activates Duality off the top, getting Ryza and the trap, as well as he's adding the Book of Moon. So his hand's not really good unless he drew a monster per turn here. He does go battle phase and then activate evenly matched here, which is extremely huge because, you know, we can either keep Zombie World or the Mirror Jade. The rest are pretty useless, but we decided to keep the Zombie World because it does more. And then with that, he's just going to set, so probably not the best play there. We should have kept the Mirror Jade, but here he's going to activate the map, getting a Revealing Stree, banishing the Rowena, normal summoning Stree. You know, not being able to activate the Rowena effect here is really huge. Here he realizes he can't do that because the Zombie World's up on the field. But yeah, not being able to get that is really big. Is attacking with Stree, setting a card and passing. I'm going to pass as well, not having any really good cards in hand. He's going to attack me again with Stree, Stree beatdown here. I'm going to be able to then normal summon the Aluber, getting the effect, searching for the third brand fusion of the game. Gonna activate it, and he does not have Ash here, so we're able to resolve it, getting the Snow as well as Albaz. Summoning out the Albion, just trying to get more damage in. He's just reading the card here. Getting with the Mirror Jade. The Mirror Jade effect's going to activate. He's going to flip Book of Moon it. We're going to let that go through, and then he's going to Book of Moon again. So, we're not really able to protect. Here he has Advent as well, so banishing the M-Pen from his hand, which is really unfortunate, to add himself the Eaglin. He's going to activate map here, banishing the Advent. Normal summoning, no effect here, so he's able to go into his extra deck. He's going to then go into the Lyrilusk monster, being able to attack directly for 400 twice. Then in main phase 2, make the downer and the Zeus. And the Zeus effect's going to activate here, getting rid of the Zombie World as well as his board, but he doesn't really care about that due to the fact that he just wants that Zombie World gone. Making sure that it's activates because it's flip face down, but when an extra deck monster flip face down, it remembers how it was summoned but not what it was summoned with. So here we just tell him that, and then it will be our turn again. So he's down to pretty low life points, but we're not able to do much. We do see the Branded Red happen here. We're going to go with 2 because we can't use from field. Then he's just going to scoop it up there. So we're going to game 3. We do consider that a dub due to the fact that, we're playing Royal. He did open badly, but he's a good player, as well as the fact that we did just take a game off Flanders. So it's no great feat. So we definitely take those. So here we're just siding, being wary of time, as well as just trying to remember what to side in. Our side's not really good. We know we're going second, so Dark Ruler No Mores are a good option, as well as Twin Twisters, but stuff like that we should have kept in there can only be ones over Skullmeisters, but we decided not to for some reason. Skullmeister doesn't do anything versus the Flanders deck, so you definitely put him with there can only be ones, because that can hurt the deck so much. Token collectors are useless, as well as Ariel and the Super Poly. So here we know he's going to go first. And he has Map as well as a Flanders card in his hand. So we're pretty much full combo here. You know, normal summoning Eaglin, getting the M-Pen, being able to add back the Verbena. Verbena effect is going to normal summon. Grabbing the Winds, summoning the M-Pen. M-Pen effect is going to trigger. Getting out the Eaglin back to hand, normal summoning the statue here. As well as getting the Winds here, so we know he has the trap in hand. Going to play the Winds, then he's going to activate the effect, you know, returning the Toucan to draw one card, setting 2 cards, and then passing here. So here we just scoop, you know, nothing we can do against him, and that's game. So moving on to match 2, we're going to play against Thomas, you know, our weekly Sword Soul match. It seems like we're always playing one of them in game 2 or 3. And here we're going to go first. So we win the die roll, we activate Brand Infusion. He does not have a response to it, so we summon out the Albaz, and then we send the Beast. You know, you're trying to get the Schism, or just to draw one for any good card. Rebellion Effect is going to activate here, as well as a Beast. We're going to pitch the other Shadal. He's going to imperm the Rebellion here. We do activate the Brand Infusion here, getting rid of the Wendy as well as a Dark Monster, as well as Tragedy here, getting the Tragedy Search off of that Beast draw. So then we set the Hedgehog, getting the Speller Trap, which is going to be eventually the Schism, but no, not now. We're able to normal summon the Aluber, getting out the Branded Red, setting that, so you know, having a field of next turn searching Schism, window on the field he has to out, as well as Branded Red is extremely huge. He does have Desires off the top here, so banishing 10 cards to draw 2. We see the Forbidden Droplets, so we were talking about, like, you know, that's what you need to out this board, which he ends up drawing, which is insane, because he wouldn't be able to out the window otherwise. He activates the Ashuna here, special summoning it out. Then he summons the Ashuna here. Here he's just thinking. We have nothing we're going to do here. He does activate Forbidden Droplets here, pitching the Circle to negate the window. Then he's going to link away for the Monk of the Tenyi. Here we're thinking, you know, do we want to get rid of the Monk? But we choose to say that's fine. And then he goes activates Ashuna effect here. We do have the Mercurier in hand for this, so we do negate that effect. He's just making sure it says Albaz, and then he activates the Heavenly Circle, getting out Monk to... He's just making sure that he is, you know, not locked out of this Worms. He gets, with the Circle, he gets out Vishuda. And then here we're just thinking for a little bit. We do think about, you know, activating Branded Red here, which we decide to just, I believe we do it here. Yeah, we decide to Branded Red here to get rid of that mirrored. We have to add back Albaz to summon out the Mirror Jade here, because if we do not, he'll just be able to Vishuda destroy our back row, or I guess bounce our back row. When he makes the Monk and then goes Vishuda. We do see that Mirror Jade can activate sending the Albion to banish the Vishuda, you know, stopping that. He does have the extender, I guess, with Long Young taking the 12 and then going Cheng Ying. Cheng Ying here is going to enter, or is going to attack, making me take damage because it's bigger because all the banished cards. He has 12, I believe, and I have 2, so that's 14, so I take 28. Then I activate Mirror Jade's effect here. He proceeds to move to end phase, and then he says, okay, protect. I said, I didn't say I'm going to activate Mirror Jade. And then I tell him that, you know, Mirror Jade doesn't have to activate during end phase. You have to activate it during the phase it's sent to graveyard, but during the end phase, you have the choice to activate. So we're going to activate Albion first. before we even choose to activate the Mirror Jade, because we do not want that Ching to banish our Albion out of the grave first. So here we activate Albion, getting out the Brand Infusion, and then we decide to make him waste a banish by activating the Mirror Jade. He'll then protect. We know he's going to get rid of the Winda, as well as he gets rid of the Aluber actually, as well as the Branded in Red, making Tragedy not be able to special summon or set that back. Thinking he's locking us with the Winda, but we do have a a Hedgehog set, so we can just flip up, get the Shaddoll spell. We do normal summon the Albaz, which we have for top deck, pitching the Brand Infusion to Fuse, which his monster cannot protect, and then we just have game on board. He'd be on top deck mode, so he ends up passing. I would have Schism, Winda, as well as Mirror Jade live, and he just realizes that's game, so we go into game 2 here. Being able to side in 3 token collectors is so huge against this matchup, as we talked in our deck profile. We can summon, or we can pretty much get 3 or 6 cards into our deck immediately, as well as since we're going second, we know we have to play Twin Twisters because we can't lose to Anti-Spell. Or the rivalry cards, so we definitely have to do that ourselves. Just see him siding up here. And then we're moving on to game 2. I'm using my right hand, it just kind of sucks, but I'm left-handed personally, so he's going first here. He looks at his extra deck, I guess not having a great hand, but then he's going to start off by activating the Water Tenyi, which is so unusual, getting out the Monk with that, and then setting 1 card in passing, which is an extremely bad opening hand. Here we're going to activate the Brand Infusion. He does respond with Ash, but we do have the Gamma, which is extremely huge. Being able to summon out these 2 bodies, one being 25 and the other one being 1,000, is just huge. But then we can still get out our Beast as well as Albaz. Drawing 1 with the Mirror Jade just is insane. Having the Bellion effect, then Beast effects, which we are going to discard for cost. The Effect Veiler. He does have Forbidden Droplets here, which is big. Sending the monster, stopping that Mirror Jade is pretty effectful. But we do have the draw off Beast, so then we normal summon the Aluber here, getting out that Branded in Red. Still being able to deal quite a bit of damage. Here we swing for 25 and the 1,000 as well as the 18, and then we're able to set the Schism, I believe, which we drew off Beast as well as the Branded in Red, and then during the end phase, Gamma and Driver will get banished. He does have Desires here, drawing 2, trying to fix up his hand here, which we saw him draw another Desires, and I believe that's an Ecclesia. He does summon the Ecclesia here. He's going to activate the effect. We do have the Mercurier again, so we can negate that. That's crazy. So he's able to do that, and then he just scoops it up because that's just game here. He knows we didn't actually draw the... but yeah, quite unfortunate not having enough hands. Going over his plays here, not having great stuff, but that's a swift 2-0 there. So now we're moving on into match number 3, being 1-1. We're going against Alex here in the die roll. He's playing 3 Axis. We normal summon the Aluber, getting out the Brand Infusion. Brand Infusion activates here. So we're going to send the Albaz as well as the Beast. Summon out the Lubellion. Here we're going to activate Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, sending the Drama Church as cost. And then we are going to fusion summon into our Mirror Jade, as well as get Beast Effect, which is going to draw us a Schism. We do set 2 cards here and pass. So we see Nibiru in hand, Temple, and I believe that was a Draco back. Going to activate right here. We're going to activate this Schism in response. You know, getting out Winda, stopping the special summon, getting the Fateful. We do have and then we have the Dramaturge as well. We do have the Draco back, but we're able to Mirror Jade, negate that. And we saw 2 Nibs in hand, which is unfortunate. That's a quick game 1 there for us. So we're going to side in. We can see the Dark Ruler No Mores, you know, being able to stop that 3-axis deck. You see him taking out the Gammas. He's siding out, I believe that was 5 cards. So obviously the 4 for Gamma is probably the Token Collector Yasuo was playing. But yeah. We should have made one of the challenges for that Ghost Rare to be off of Beast, draw Schism 3 times, because we've already successfully done that. But yeah, it's crazy how that actually works. We do consistently get out the Mirror Jade as well as the Winda. So, you know, now all we have to do is incorporate the Dark Claw. We do see him start off with the Griffin as well as the Right, getting out Fateful, and having the Monster Negate, getting out the E-Telly, which is incredible. Diamond Effect, Pay 6. We do see Token Collector in his deck. What is he doing? Getting the Fateful as well. In fact, you know, searching for 2. He has Snow in hand as well, so he has Veiler, Snow, Draco back. Getting Foxy from the Diamond, Foxy Effect from the Deer Notes. Sending the Draco back, which is so free. Going into the Pepega Ruler, milling 5, getting the DD Crow, as well as the Temple. Getting the Right in hand. He's then going to normal summon the Snow, going to a 7, or going to Hulk, summon out the Red Rose, which is insane, you know, full combo. Going with Red Rose and Griffin to the Baron, then the Red Rose effect is going to get out Rock's Rose. Rock's Rose effect is going to Basil Rose shoot. We see a Veiler in hand as well. Then he's going to link those two, synchro the token as well as the Rock Rose off for Shooting Riser. Shooting Riser effect here is going to, depending on what level he wants it to be, he's going to send a Sang. Oh, no, it's not. Going to send a Token Collector. Maybe that's why he kept it in, because he wanted to make the Shooting Riser a level 3. Somehow Jet. I think Jet was from the Tiger Ruler, but I'm not quite sure. Then Jet comes out. Then with the Tiger Ruler and Jet, it makes Hot Red. Then he's going to get the Tiger Ruler out, get the Rock's Rose out as well, with the Basil Rose shoot, getting out the Dagda here. And then passing, which is a complete board, also with DD Crow in hand. He says, show me the Dark Ruler no more, which we do have. He can't do anything with that, you know. This is very unfortunate. But we have nothing, right? He has a DD Crow, which we know in hand. And how can we get over this, you know, formidable board? We do start off with the Shaddoll Fusion here. You know, thinking about getting greedy, we have to do Construct because we have to attack into those monsters. Bouncing them back. Or automatically destroying, which we do go for Wendy as well as the Driver. We should have done Snow instead, because if Driver gets DD Crowed, then we have a problem. Reading Construct here, sending the Aerial, which is going to banish some cards, as well as summon the Skomara off the Wendy. Choosing what to banish here, which we should not have banished the Snow. or targeted the snow, because that puts a target on our backs. We should have just chose all 3 rights. He then obviously responds with the snow here, flipping the construct, which is not a great play for us. We don't have many other cards in hand. We do see a normal summon Albaz effect. He has the Veiler for it. That's right. We didn't know that, but it's still crazy, having nothing we can do, pitching the Gamma. We have another Dark Ruler no more in hand. Enter battle phase, just Albaz attack into the Hulk, and then passing. It's pretty clear that this game is his. He goes into Celine, we just know we're done for. Access code pops. So we go into game 3 here. Adding the token collectors, because he has many ways into getting into the way. But then he shows us what he was siding out and how he didn't draw any of them, or mill. And that he knows he's going to go second. So here we're going to show an interesting trick, siding in 1 card, not thinking about it. And then we're going to make him go first, because he's siding to go second. So he's going to take out the Scythe. He's going to take out a bunch of other of his combo cards to go for like these hard going first bricks, like the Gammas as we see. And if we're lucky, he also takes out the Draco back. But so here he's going to believe he's going to have to go second, but he's going to go first here, and we have all of our, if he does set up a board, we still have Dark Ruler no more in our main deck. Sorry, without that. But here, we split, and then we tell him he's going to go first, and he's like, oh no. But he's able to activate right, which is crazy off the top, really good board, a really good card. He has a Gamma in hand, which is unfortunate. He does normal summon the Xiamen, activate Fateful Effect. Xiamen effect cannot activate because it is normal summoned. I'm getting with the Draco back. I think that's also a Twin Butcher in hand there. I guess probably for the Scythe, Schism. Which would then, activate the Griffin. We are going to Gamma that, not letting him have any Monster Gate level 7, whatever you want. He does have Temple to extend, so he goes Temple into Hulk, which is a crazy board. Getting out the Rocks Rose, which is just an insane card. I can understand why they hit it to 1. You want to drop that consistency. Shooting Riser effects can activate here, as well as the Rocks Rose. The Red Rose. Not the Rocks Rose, my bad. Dumping the Snow, as well as getting out the Rocks Rose off the Red Rose. And then Rocks Rose is going to get Basil Rose Shoot. We all know this combo by now. Going to activate the Basil, summon out the Red Rose. And then he's going to activate Temple here, getting the right. With him not having the Scythe in deck, he's not quite sure what he's going to have to do here. He can't really set up a great board, but he does go into the Appaloosa for 3 here. Setting a card as well. Passing turn, the side frames get banished. And yeah, we do not have much, but we do have Granite Fusion here, so we're able to, play a little bit, summon or dumping the Albaz, as well as the Beast, which is like an extremely common thing. I'm glad we don't draw it that much. Getting out Lubellion. Lubellion Chainlink 1, Beast Chainlink 2 here. Sending the other Granite Fusion as cost. Appaloosa here is going to negate the Beast. Then we're going to go into the Mirror Jade here. then we're just thinking. We do enter battle phase. He will activate Snow to, and we will Mercurial negate that. And then he will activate the Appaloosa to negate that as well. And we will chain the Mirror Jade here, sending the Albion here, banishing the Appaloosa. Appaloosa is not able to remove those counters, so it cannot negate Mercurial. So Snow will still negate the Mercurial. Then Mirror Jade will activate, battling over into the Shooting Riser. Will activate Springen's Kit here, summon itself out in main phase 2, getting the Branded Fusion. Getting the Branded Fusion here. Putting back one card to the bottom of their deck, which we are choosing I think we're choosing the Branded Fusion. Yeah, we're choosing the Branded Fusion here. And then Albion during the end phase is going to set he's going to add a Branded in red to our hand, or add a Branded Fusion to our hand, so it's pretty obvious, but we did not return the Branded Fusion from our kit. We just wanted an extra body. He's able to activate Temple, getting Temple, or activating Right, getting the token out, and then activating the Fateful to add Temple, discard Draco back equip, going to battle for 35. Pass turn. One card in hand as well, that set card that we do not know of. We're going to activate Branded Fusion, which he knew of, sending Albaz as well as the Tragedy. Getting out Lubellion here. Discarding the Dark Ruler no more because he's not making a board at all. And then we're able to get off Tragedy the Aluber. Mirror Jade is going to get on field. Normal summon the Aluber here, getting the Branded in red. Then we're going to activate Mirror Jade effect here. Sending the Brigands to banish the token. Enter battle phase, attacking for the 15 and then the 18. Going to set one card, and we're going to activate Brigands here, which we do realize that we did not keep in the second Brigands. It's in our side deck, so we just wasted a send. So we are forced to add the Albaz to our hand, which isn't horrible, but not great. He has Twin Twisters here, so he pitches the Dark Ruler no more to stop our Branded in red before it's even able to get to his turn. He's going to activate Fateful here, getting out the Right from his deck. Going to activate Foxy here, summoning out the Diamond from deck, paying the 600, getting out the Deer Note, and then activating Fateful, getting the Fateful to dump Temple. Activate Snow here, which will banish 7, leaving I believe Griffin. Leaving Fateful as well as Foxy and Grave. Thinking on if he's going to flip, he decides to not flip. Gets out Deer Note by tribute summoning it. Snake Hero is those two away for Pega Ruler. Pega Ruler here as well as Deer Note. Deer Note's going to summon these Yaman. He does not mill a dark, but he does have to add back a light, which he's looking at. Jokingly add back the driver, but he adds Foxy back instead. He's able to link those or synchro those two away to get out the Psychic End Dragon. Summoning out the Snow once again. Here, just doing some math. Being able to pop or banish Psychic and Punisher to pop my monster is absolutely huge. Getting his life points down to, which I believe is 26. making it enough for game because I'm at 6,000 here. Activate the effect of Banish the Snow to get rid of the Mirror Jade. Banish the Mirror Jade, which is going to give him just enough life points to be able to destroy my Albion as well as make it game. So that's going to be game there. I show him my 2 Albazes in hand, and that's GG's. So I'll see you guys in the next one.